The book of Colossians is incredible as it speaks to the reality of Jesus in the midst of all of life. And one thing that we're always pressed up against, the relevance of it and the challenges of it, is parenting. So Luke, we'd love to hear you talk to us about parenting.
Yeah, well, most of us as parents, I think naturally, especially when we're not in a connection with Jesus and living out of that, a lot of times what happens is we feel a great deal of anxiety about parenting. We feel like we have to do it all right. The weight of the world just kind of crashes on our shoulders. And a lot of times we can feel like, hey, the way we're doing with our kids really shapes our identity and our reputation. And what are people going to think of me? What will this be? And the two words that come to mind when I think of the perspective that comes out of a book like Colossians is that for parents, this gives us the opportunity to rest and to reflect. So to rest being this idea that the book of Colossians and the message of the scriptures is that our identity is not in our performance, whether that's a moral performance or religious performance or a parenting performance. We can rest in that we are loved by Jesus and that we are adopted by the Father and we are filled by the Spirit. And because that's our identity, it just relieves a lot of the pressure that we oftentimes put ourselves or let other people put on ourselves. And then the second word is that as parents, we get the opportunity to reflect. And by that, I don't mean kind of contemplating, but actually like shining back, reflecting back to our kids who God is. I think one of the best things we can give our kids is this idea that Jesus is loving and transforming us, and then we love them. And we just get to show them what Jesus is like. We oftentimes, just as we do ministry and encounter people, we're constantly having to sort of dismantle bad views of God that were given through parents. And you might go, well, gosh, you're just raising the pressure again. And I guess maybe that does. But as parents, we just have this opportunity to show our kids, hey, here's the kindness of Jesus. Here's the affection of the Father. Here's the security that you can have when this relationship isn't all about how you have to perform. And so I think there's a lot of freedom that comes there.